What's up, YouTube? It's your boy, and I'm back with another video, man. And you already know what I need you to do. Hit the subscribe, hit the like, hit the notification bell, because it does go a long way with helping out the channel. If this is your first time, I already know why you're here. You're tired of releasing on your keyboards, your laptops, and your desktops, and you're tired of being manipulated and dominated by female culture. Man, you are in the right place. Listen, if you haven't already joined the exclusive membership content, go ahead and click that link pinned to the top of the comments, man. I'm going to give you information on how to deal with the opposite sex if you're going through a bad relationship, divorce, separation, whatever it is, man. You're going to find some information in there that's going to be able to help you out. All right, let's get into this video. The number one trait that you can find in a toxic woman. This is the number one trait. What is the number one trait in every toxic female? If you can discover this one trait, bro, you can save yourself a world of trouble. You can save yourself time, money, just unnecessary arguments and contention. The Bible says that it's better to be on the top of a shack, the rooftop of a shack, than in the house with a contentious woman or a nagging woman. A contentious woman, man, it's a nightmare, bro. It's bad. Like, it really can just basically be so detrimental. You can actually feel this in your bones. If you've been in relationships for any number of years, you probably understand what I'm talking about. A nagging, a woman who just wants to argue, a woman who's she's just, everywhere she goes is like a hurricane of problems. And every single one of these women carry this toxic trait. What is that trait? That's what we're going to talk about in this video. And I want you guys to watch this video all the way to the end, man, because I feel like it's going to help you evade some situations that you may be in, that you may encounter. I feel like any relationship that you're in currently right now, you might just go ahead and dump this girl. You might just go ahead and call it off. You might just go ahead and be like, nah, you know what? I ain't got time today. Actually, I don't have time anytime. This is over. I can't do this. This is why I want you to watch this video. This is why, because this whole channel, man, is about helping you get free, number one, from sexual sin, so that your will isn't bent towards the manipulation tactics of women. That's the key. If you're bound to your sexual appetite, these women will rule over you. You have to be able to say no. You have to be able to turn them away. You have to be able to do that. But you can't do that if you can't control your sexual appetite. That's why you have to be able to get a grip on that. Right? So let's talk about this number one trait. The number one trait, I want you to pay close attention. The number one trait, the common denominator in every toxic woman is this: the inability to take responsibility for their own actions. That's it. That's the trait. The inability to take responsibility for their own actions. These women will blame you for everything. For everything. They'll blame you for things that happened to them before you even came in the picture. They'll blame you for their bad attitude. They'll blame you for them being unfaithful. They will blame you for them not having their stuff together. They'll blame you for everything. They refuse to take any responsibility, any accountability for their actions. Now, if you've been with a female for any length of time, you won't be able to pick this up probably from your first disagreement or whatnot. But after you spend some time with this female, after you spend some time with this woman, you will begin to see like, man, she doesn't take, like, everything is my fault. Always. Everything is always my fault. Everything is always my fault. She doesn't take responsibility for her own actions. Listen, you got to understand something as a man. There's certain things that we as men do that we're responsible for. But the one thing you can never do is, especially in the culture that we live in here in America, is you can't make a female behave a certain way. Right? It's not like it used to be. So you can't take responsibility for things that are out of your control. This female has daddy issues. This female had broken relationships from the past, and she's carrying that trauma. This female is insecure. She's insecure. So that insecurity is driving her to be contentious with you. This is really content that I'm putting out on the Join Button, the exclusive channel, but I'm going to share this with you guys today because I got a lot more that I have to drop on the exclusive content. So listen, don't miss out. Hit the Join button. Hit the like button too for your boy if you're getting value out of this video. She has all these issues that she is levying on you. She's laying the responsibility of these past relationships, past traumas. She's placing that burden on you. And you're supposed to be the quote unquote savior. And you're supposed to fix all of her problems. I'm sorry, but it doesn't work that way. If a person is not able to take responsibility for their own actions, that relationship is never going to work. That relationship is going to end. It is going to end because they're never going to be able to see what they're doing that is causing damage to the relationship. It's going to always be your fault. Right? And here is how you support and validate them thinking that it's all your fault. Is when you can't control your Johnson. You can't control your sexual desires. And she starts to emotionally manipulate you. But you want to hit it. You want to clap them cheeks. You want to clap them. Right? Let's be real. You want to clap the cheeks. So you lower your standard. You allow her not to be accountable for her own actions because you want to smash those cheeks. You want to do some things to her. Right? Because you want to get that urge out. Right? You don't have control of your sexual desires. And this is how these women manipulate you. They also manipulate you in the sense of that if you don't do X, Y, and Z for me, some other man will. No, it's not that another man is going to do these things for her. Another man is going to give off the appearance, give off the illusion that he's going to do these things for her until he smashes, until he doesn't want to smash anymore, until she starts to becoming a headache to where smashing her it ain't even worth it anymore. How do I know this? Come on, bro. We all know this. We all know this at a point in time when it is no longer valuable. It's no longer worth our time because of the headache of dealing with this female is that at a certain point, boom, we just check out. Nah, I don't even want to hit it no more. I'm on to something else, right? If you can't control yourself, if you're bound by masturbation, if you're bound by pornography, if you're bound by lust, you're never going to win with women because you're never going to be able to hold them accountable, because in the midst of you trying to hold them accountable, you get horny. You get horny. And then you lower your standard, you lower your guard, you smash. And now because you smashed, despite what this person has done, now she's gained some control over you. Now you're stuck. Right? You can't go back to being mad. You can't go back to the man, and you can't go back to holding them to the standard. You can't go back to making them accountable when you just smashed. Right? You don't have the ability to walk away. I want you guys to practice walking away, especially if you're in a toxic relationship, because one day you're going to walk away and you're never going to come back. Okay? You have to practice walking away and just disappearing unannounced. Some relationships are, they're just like, you feel like you just wish you never met the person, right? Some of these relationships are more sticky because there's going to be children involved. So where you have to deal with this person to some degree. It's like you can't escape them, right? And it makes it like, it's not like you just had a girl and y'all don't have any kids and you can just bounce and you ain't got to talk to her. You never have to see her. You never have to interact with her. When you have kids with the female, it's a little different. However, you still have to hold them accountable. Number one, don't ever apologize for something that you have a strong conviction on, and don't ever apologize for, to appease this woman, to make her happy. Don't ever listen. A lot of guys get in these bad situations because they're believing these lies: happy wife, happy life. That's a lie, bro. That ain't true. Happy wife, happy life. These are the things that destroy relationships. These are the things that destroy relationships. It's women thinking that and believing that, well, he's not making me happy, so I'm going to make his life miserable. That makes no sense. That's not how relationships are supposed to be built, right? Guys, if a woman can't take responsibility for her actions, then that means, and you're okay with that, or you don't have the ability to be able to hold her accountable. And if she doesn't fix those mistakes, if she doesn't work on those mistakes, if she's not improving in those areas, you're going to be paying for that. And it's going to be a hefty price that you pay. It's going to be a hefty price. You're going to really suffer. You are really going to suffer. These women, man, are scandalous, bro. I'm just being honest, right? And I know every single woman is not the same, but most of these women, don't let them fool you. Don't believe the hype. A lot of these women washed up. They're washed, and they want to make you believe they're not washed. If they're not washed, then why are you still like you are? You feel me? Why are you still in the situation? If you're not washed, you're washed. But here's what women don't understand is that we as men, we know we'll act like we're X, Y, Z just so we can smash. That's just what it is. A woman's desire is always going to be for a man. That's Genesis chapter 3. That's a part of the curse. So even if she's not latching on to you, she's going to be latching on to somebody else. And what that latching on means, that desire means, she's always going to be running behind a man, period. She's always going to be running behind a man. Because their desire is for a man. It's the curse. They can't escape it. They can't evade it. They can't shake it. So you got to realize your power has a man. It's always going to be a woman for you, bro, because their desire is for you. That's Genesis chapter 3. God cursed. That was part of the curse. He said your desire will be for your husband and he will rule over you. The collaboration that Adam and Eve had prior to the fall was they were working in perfect harmony. Now it's not like that, right? That's why you see all these different movements of women feeling like they are not receiving the fair end of the stick. I don't want you guys to be manipulated and dominated. Big part of that is desecrating keyboards, laptops, and desktops. If a woman can't take responsibility for her actions, bro, I had a young fella ask me maybe 10 years ago, man. He was like, what trait should I look for in a woman to know that's a red flag? And I said to him, a woman who can't apologize, a woman who can't take responsibility, a woman who can't say I'm sorry, a woman who can't say she's sorry, bro. Don't waste your time. If you're in a relationship and you can count on your one hand how many times your girl has apologized to you, man, I would advise you to dump her. I really would. I mean, bro, I would advise you to dump her. I'm just being real. Like, why are you in that relationship? When you have a relationship, you got two imperfect people. Two people who have a natural propensity to sin, to gravitate towards evil apart from Christ. Both parties are making mistakes. If they can't acknowledge the mistakes they're making and be vulnerable and take responsibility, take accountability for those mistakes, it's not going to end well for you, man. Because here's what's going to happen. Man, I got to tell you. It's a lot of corny dudes out there. It's a lot of corny males. I mean, just low vibrational men. So this is what's going to happen if you don't hold this woman accountable and you continue to entertain her, right? She's going to find a simp. She's going to find a man who's going to validate her, who is going to tell her all the things that she wants to hear. And he's going to make her feel as if she's right. And that guy's going to make her feel like you're the scum of the earth. Oh, if you were my girl, I wouldn't treat you like that. Oh, I can't believe he said that to you. Oh, he flawed for that. Right? They're validating your girl behind your back. She begins to believe the hype. She believes the hype. That's how it all starts, man. When I was out there doing my thing, man, girls would just volunteer information about the opposite sex. I prided myself on never talking bad about a female's boyfriend or whatever. I don't know this dude. I just felt like, I didn't feel like a man doing that. Like, whatever business you have with him, I don't know what's going on. And I don't want to know, right? And my thing was, if a female was married, man, I don't want to talk to you, period. But if you date, whatever, but that's when I was living my dirty life. That's when I was steeped low in low vibrational living, having sex with everybody, masturbating, doing all kind of dumbness, man. The whole nine. But God saved me. Right? He saved me because this wicked female start putting witchcraft on me, bro. That's what happened. But God kept me alive, and he kept me through all of that. And they've been turned back in shame and dismay. I got a lot of knowledge and wisdom, man, to share. I got a lot of knowledge and wisdom to share from experience. I know these things, man. I know these things, bro. I'm just keeping it $100. Listen, man. I want you guys to take inventory of your female, bro. Hold her accountable. Don't apologize, man. That's one of the simple things you can do is apologizing on her. Don't apologize, bro. Why are you apologizing? Why are you compromising? You're a man. You're not supposed to compromise your morals with a woman. That's how you get in trouble. That's how you get in trouble. Don't ever compromise. One thing she gonna know, he never compromised his morals and his stance. She'll never be able to say that about you. All those other clowns compromising their morals just so they can be. They selling their soul for vagina. Don't sell your soul for vagina, man. Right? Don't prostitute yourself, man, because you can't control your sexual desires, man. It's 300 and almost 400 videos on this channel, bro, about everything: semen retention, no fap, succubus spirits, witchcraft, staying away from the adulterous woman, Delilahs, Jezebels. This is what this channel is all about. But it's an ongoing battle. We're going to have to keep on fighting this battle. You're going to have to keep fighting this battle. And you're going to have to get better as a man. You're going to have to become more disciplined. You're going to have to become more spiritual. I got to do a video on being a high priest. I got to do a video on that, man. On being a high priest. You guys got to be able to have vision. You got to know. You got to be connected with God, or you're going to perish. These women are going to destroy you. You got to be able to see the schemes wherever you go, in marketplace, the workplace. You got to be able to see these schemes these women are running. You got to know, man. You got to know. And you got to know, you got to be spiritually inclined to see the intentions. God will reveal to you the intentions of certain women in your life. Women that you're close to, you're in close proximity with. If you're connected with God, God will be like, nah, stay away from this one. She ain't the one. She ain't the one. Or he'll be like, listen, I'm doing something. I'm doing a work. Sit back, relax. Continue to have faith and believe. Get on the main channel, man. I'm going to be dropping some real heat on there. I'm already dropping heat on there, bro. We're gonna help you out on this channel, Hold My Nuts podcast. Hold my nuts, baby. It really means something. We really standing on that on this channel. I see you guys in the Discord. The love is real out there, man. Brothers encouraging one another in the Discord. It's a beautiful situation. It's a beautiful situation, man. I need you guys to look out for that trait. A woman who can't take responsibility for her own actions, bro, she ain't worth 2 pennies. This is Hold My Nuts podcast, man. I'm going to holler at you in the next video. Peace.